What if I told you humanity may have lost thousands of years of knowledge in a single fire? The Library of Alexandria wasn't just a building. It was the beating heart of ancient science, philosophy, and literature. Founded in the 3rd century BCE under the reign of Ptolemy I, the Library of Alexandria was envisioned as a center of learning for the entire world. Scholars from across Egypt, Greece, India, and Persia came to study its texts. It's believed the library may have held between 400,000 to 1 million scrolls, many of them unique. Texts on mathematics, astronomy, medicine, and lost civilizations filled the shelves. This was a time when copying books meant hand-copying them letter by letter, so each scroll was priceless. The library wasn't just a place, it was a revolution in how humanity stored and shared knowledge. The librarians of Alexandria weren't ordinary workers. They were some of the most brilliant minds of their time. Thinkers like Euclid, Archimedes, and Eratosthenes walked its halls. Eratosthenes even calculated the Earth's circumference, with amazing accuracy using just shadows and math. Ships arriving at Alexandria's port were required to surrender their books so they could be copied into the library. The original texts were kept. The copies were returned. This wasn't just about preservation. It was about dominance through knowledge. Alexandria was becoming the brain of the ancient world. So how did it all go up in flames? One of the earliest recorded incidents happened in 48 BCE during Julius Caesar's civil war. As Caesar's fleet burned in Alexandria's harbor, flames reportedly spread to parts of the city, including warehouses and areas near the library. Ancient sources like Plutarch and Seneca hint that thousands of scrolls may have been lost in this fire. But was this the fire that doomed the library? Probably not. Some parts survived. The real destruction came later, through layers of conflict, neglect, and shifting powers. Over the next few centuries, the library suffered from repeated blows. Under Emperor Aurelian in the 3rd century CE, Alexandria was again attacked, and much of the city's royal quarter was destroyed. Later, when Christianity rose in the Roman Empire, pagan temples and symbols of ancient knowledge were increasingly targeted. In 391 CE, Theophilus, the Christian patriarch, oversaw the destruction of pagan institutions, possibly including what remained of the library. Bit by bit, what hadn't burned was silenced or lost. This wasn't a single blaze. It was a slow, painful death of a civilization's wisdom. One of the most haunting stories tied to the library's fall is the murder of Hypatia, a renowned mathematician, philosopher, and astronomer. In 415 CE, she was brutally killed by a Christian mob, accused of promoting pagan knowledge. Hypatia had been a symbol of the old world's brilliance, a direct link to the legacy of Alexandria's intellectual golden age. Her death marked not just the loss of a scholar, but the end of an era. After her, the flame flickered out almost completely. Ironically, for a place dedicated to documentation, we don't know exactly how the Library of Alexandria fell. Ancient historians wrote conflicting accounts. Some say the final blow came with the Muslim conquest of Egypt in the 7th century, but modern scholars debate this. What's certain is this: the loss was incalculable. Imagine ancient treatises on surgery, astronomy, or philosophy, gone. The knowledge of lost civilizations, wiped from memory. The world had to rediscover knowledge, centuries later, that we may have once already possessed. But what if the greatest tragedy wasn't what burned, but what was never read again? Some of the scrolls held ideas and inventions that may have far outpaced their time. Forgotten blueprints, ancient languages, early scientific methods, or even philosophies that could have reshaped the modern world. It's not just the physical loss. It's the cultural silence that followed. Civilizations built on oral traditions, myths, and fragile scrolls couldn't withstand time without a sanctuary like Alexandria. When its shelves turned to ash, humanity didn't just lose documents. We lost alternate futures. futures we'll never know we missed.